Hey everybody, welcome to the second episode of Ranting Gamers. We're still waiting for our last cast member right now. Do apologize for the inconvenience and the tardiness. That was my fault.
Um, yeah. So I'm pretty sure I caught her right in front of her computer. I don't know what's so hard about clicking. So
Man, if she's watching porn, you just gotta let it. You gotta let it ride out. You can't cut her off halfway. She gotta finish, dog.
it's annoying, man. If you're just watching, I mean, if she asks me, oh, am I a part of this thing or what? You can't be sleeping on all that. I text her. She gets it 30 minutes later. Like, oh man, I'm sorry. I just got the text. It was like 8:59. Like,
And
be ready.
you don't know about her life, dog. She probably doing something man important. What if she's
I
a
don't.
superhero we don't even know, and she just saved the
I just
world?
got off the phone with her and she said she'll get on Skype.
Hey, I mean, I was late 15 minutes. You guys, she gotta be late.
I'll give her. It's nine on my clock. It's 9:17. I'll give her until 9:20.
Alright, I'm sorry, viewers. All right, so the last topic we got today is viewers topic. So since it's late, I only put two topics up because I don't think we're gonna actually get through everything. So if you guys got anything you want to throw out there, put out there, and want to talk about, definitely shoot it in the chat right now, and I'll note it so we can start talking about it as soon as we get to the third topic. Um, what else is there? What's happening in the gaming news this week?
What are the three topics?
Right now we have the Kickstarter, the Ouya, and
Uh,
then we have the topic that we didn't get to last weekend, which was MMOs too free to play, which were we talking about the what you call it? Goodness, the management of wow, the management of MMOs now, and the way the money's going with it, and why a lot of models are becoming more free to play versus the pay to play monthlies. And we're gonna get to that.
all right.
And the Ouya Kickstarter, which we talked about, well, what she brought up last night, and something we can talk about, and some stuff. Get to that a little bit. Oh my god. Oh
It's
yeah.
from me, yo.
She says she's on, and her name. She's like not there. Did anybody add her from the last time we talked?
I have her on Skype.
Yeah, chat
Is
set.
she there?
She
Now
just
she's there.
joined.
All
She
right.
just
Can
popped
you,
up.
Alex? Did she pop on for you?
I don't have her. Just Chad, drag her from your screen to the chat, and you should be good.
All right.
Sandy Hook game. Diego, where'd you find out the Sandy Hook game at?
Hold on. She just came on.
I posted up the links.
I know. Where did you? What are you reading? Good goodness.
I
Damn,
put it in the.
Lord,
What does
yo.
that do, Alex? When I put it in there?
It should automatically call her.
No.
It doesn't.
They're not taking over the scene for gaming. They're taking over the scene for esports. Don't say it, any of my fighting game community people.
Fighting games home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're taking over esports. They're not taking over the scene. They're just taking all the monies.
It was
Um,
dying, Alex.
and then I mean in that respect, if you watch the Street Fighter 25th anniversary, that money was damn near rival to StarCraft tournaments. Only thing is they can't produce that every month like StarCraft can, which sucks. What was that game? 50,000. Filtration walked out with 50,000 and a new car.
Hmm.
Dang. Talk about that Capcom money.
Capcom. They want to cater to their tournament
Yeah, that was it.
supporters versus the goddamn public.
Did we? Did you guys add Demi?
Oh my goodness.
She's giving me her information now.
Yeah. So,
She said, "Oh my goodness." Here, Alex, add her, please. Here, right there. I put it on there.
but yeah. So that's what's happening with the Capcom monies. So we'll see. Fighting game community. I don't think we'll ever, consistently put that stuff out. Nor will the shooters because I mean, every year you got a new shooter. StarCraft, they build that game on that. on that money's. Wait, what? Oh, I put her email in. And what's her Skype name?
I don't know. I see Demi Collin. I don't know what the hell it is. I guess it'll be that.
Got it. Got it. I got it. What's up, Demi? Alright, cool. I have a Demi. Oh, I'm watching my gameplay. I'm getting fucking rocked in this game.
What, Battlefront?
Yeah, it wasn't a good day for me. I had so much stuff on my mind today.
Hmm.
Go.
There we go. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Demi.
Clear that throat.
That's easy. All
Demi,
right.
can you hear us? Demi, can you hear us?
Obviously not. So are you funny?
She's typing something. You can hear her. That's that Razor, whatever they call it, whatever it's called. Black Widow.
With the keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
hear it. It sounds like a typewriter.
Yeah.
Ching.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Still have some more technical difficulties, everybody. Just give it a second.
How am I going to talk if I can't hear anybody and what they're saying?
That's true.
Good one, Tehran.
Man, fuck yo. All right. I don't know what that problem is. Maybe she should restart Skype.
Is there something on her end that's not?
No, she would have to go into her Skype settings and then switch her output to her headset so she can hear us, unless she has us through her speakers.
Let me see if I can call her. And
Oh, he's on the roof. He's on the roof. Ugh, didn't even hit him. Fuck. Oh, he did. He got hit by a rocket. All
Do you
right.
use a headset?
I don't know. Why don't you ask her?
Diego gave me the the third topic, which we'll be doing, which will be the rumors of the PS4. I hope that's not true, Diego. This
I heard.
restricting game shit. I hope it's not true.
Yeah.
I really
I'm
hope
kind
so.
of hoping that it's like it's coming. It's
Wait,
it's
what's
gonna happen.
Because I think you know what it is. It's their way of saying, "Fuck you, GameStop. We killing you right now."
wait, what's happening?
Diego posted a link for the PS4 rumors about their uh, not accepting used games. You should read that since we got some time.
Mm.
So what are they going? Are they going to require?
I literally just said you should read that since we have some time.
I don't.
That's Chad though. He just.
And
I don't.
then
Can
after
someone
you
give
read
me a
it,
link
we
to the
can
box?
talk about it.
Well, Diego. He just said Diego linked it.
Where?
Yeah. Hold up. I'll link it again. I'll link it again. Hold up.
I might have not been in the call when that happened, so that's why I'm asking.
You were in the call. I literally just okay. Oh, when you got the link, you're right. You might have not been. You were there.
Yeah.
He was
I'm
there.
confused.
Chad, you were there when he posted. I was being sarcastic, Chad.
I don't care.
Okay.
Chad, you gonna let him take your sandwich? I don't care. I haven't want to eat lunch anyway, guys. It's overrated. One is my cheese stick and my Dunkaroos. Oh, I want it. I didn't even want the sandwich.
I don't know what we're gonna do with this situation.
I didn't even want the sandwich.
Did she do anything?
And serenade us with her beautiful voice as we talk about these topics.
All she has to do is be like, "Yeah, I agree." Every, like,
Instant 10,000 views, right?
10 minutes. Yeah.
Instant.
Who's the? Oh.
Damn, straight up added me and shit.
Hello?
Sorry about that, Kev. Just throwing you in there. All right. Welcome to the second episode of Ranting Gamers, where we talk about game topics and we push them to the limit. We're running really far behind schedule, so I'm just going to get into it with my introductions. Um, First I have, I'll go down the list. Diego, you can introduce yourself.
Hello, guys. I am Diego. I am a programmer and part of Pick Me Winner Games.
Chad.
Yes, I was talking to someone. My name is Chad. I attended Bloomfield with the rest of these individuals. I was
Tre- Trevor.
Yes, I am Trevor, and I do know the other people that already spoke.
Tehran.
It's Ron JFK.
He's not there. Demi also is having a little mic problems. When she gets that adjusted, she'll do her introduction. And Kevin.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I don't do anything with video games. I'm just here for the ride, I guess.
Yep.
But I know a lot about video games, so I'll just keep it at that.
All right. Kevin will be our in-betweener between consumer and game player, etc. So
Competitive player, I guess.
he's a competitive player, yeah. So
Diener.
takes a different level. All right. I would love Demi for this topic because she brought it up. But our first topic. Oh, does she?
yes.
All right.
Okay, I guess she doesn't want to know about that topic.
All right. Our first topic we're talking about.
She's gonna sorry, she's gonna restart her computer. Go ahead.
All right. Our first topic we're talking about is the Ouya Kickstarter, that Android
Power
It's
device.
Console.
console that they're planning to put out, and it's a Kickstarter, so we're not going to say it's going to be a game changer or it's going to be a flop or a fail, but it's a Kickstarter. So I just want to go out. What do you guys think about that? Kickstarters in general now are becoming like way popular into the community of, we don't have money to start development, but if you give us money, we can help you get this stuff first type project. So Diego, you first.
Well, for a Kickstarter in general, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, like it's really, really hard to get like a lot of different kind of games that you as a developer want to do. So a lot of publisher wouldn't like want to like invest in it if it's not gonna make like millions of dollars, like Call of Duty or like Battlefield. But it's like the first time I see something like an actual like console succeed, making millions, and then like it's gonna be based on Android and like anybody who wants to develop it can develop it, especially if you want to get the dev kit and all that. So I'm pretty excited for it. I'm gonna try to get one myself, see what all the buzz is about, and yeah, a good
I'm just
thing.
gonna go to somebody's house that has it and see what I feel for myself about that. I'm not gonna cough up any money until I see something promising.
I mean, just looking at that little thing, the little console, I really feel that I can go to somebody's house and rob them instantly without knowing.
Oh yeah, it's pretty tiny.
Oh, the
You know.
USB stick.
Like
Um,
I kid you not. The thing is like it's like a little cube. It's
You,
so tiny.
it's like a Rubik's cube.
Yeah, it's like a little Rubik's cube. I'm like, yo, can I get some of those
I got
nachos in the
oh,
kitchen?
okay.
He was like, oh, let me go make some for you. I'm like, oh,
Well,
perfect.
Demi was saying that like every game is required to have a demo for that thing. So like you have to have a free demo, like whatever's being developed for the device.
Yeah, I don't
I
see
like
So that caught my interest. Like when she told me that, that is very very interesting.
Dad, how do you feel? How do you feel about the console and just the whole Kickstarter program? Do you think it'll be a game changer for like for Android and its following?
It was
Well,
easy.
to me, the only way to tell if it's going to be a game changer is we have to see how it does. If it does bad, then other people are not going to want to invest their time in a project like that. But if it succeeds, it's going to blow up very fast if it does succeed, I believe.
You know how generic that
Kickstarter,
is?
what?
Just said if it does good, it'll do good. If it does bad, it will flop. I'm
Well,
like, what the hell?
that's what it boils down to. It boils down to the success of the product
Do you think?
and that
I mean,
directly.
so we know Android and the Droid, like just in general, their marketing is fairly well. Do you? I feel that they will definitely like promote it like it's the last thing you will ever need.
That is
Um,
not true because I have not seen any promotion on the product whatsoever thus far. I
Yeah.
haven't seen.
you
I've
won't
seen
see any
one
of this.
marketing.
It's a Kickstarter. I'm saying this is a Kickstarter. You won't see that instant market plan for it. I'm just saying as a Kickstarter, they're doing what they need to do for it as a Kickstarter. But I'm saying if this thing is fully developed, I can see this becoming, hi, I'm Apple. Hi, I'm a PC type commercials coming out for this console, with like, oh hi, I'm an Xbox. Hi, I'm Ouya.
it. Oh yeah. Ouya.
Yeah,
Isn't it pronounced Ouya?
yeah.
really like the name. It was Ouya.
So, what is this really like doing? Is this just kind of like we don't have the product yet, but if you give us money, it'll come out eventually, kind of thing?
That's
Or
exactly
I don't.
Pretty
yeah.
much.
That's what a
They had like
Kickstarter
a
is.
demo unit up, like one demo unit up, and then they're like, "Oh, give us like I think it was like $900,000, make more, and then we ship it out to you." Like
Yeah,
the way
basically,
you.
I
basically
could
what
see that.
Kickstarter is they say we want to make this, but we need money to back it in order to pay for stuff. And they set a goal, which their goal was $950,000,
There
and
you go.
people contribute to it. And if they hit $950,000 in a certain amount of time, then they have to make it, and all that money goes to them. And if they don't hit it, then all the money goes back to the people who contributed. And Ouya made their 950,000 within like the last week, so they're making it.
I
So
seen an
I
unboxing
could
though.
see that being not to cut you off, but I could see that being good, and I could also see that being bad. Bad in the sense of if like big companies obviously are going to be like kind of scared at first before they obviously put big money into huge projects. I understand for like a huge company like Microsoft and Sony, 900,000 isn't a lot, but I'm saying in the long run, if they need like 100 million or something like outrageous or obscene, that's gonna not everyone's gonna like jump on that bandwagon. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Well,
it's
it
gonna
wasn't.
hurt.
It's not just like publishers that have to pay for it. It's like you and me contribute like $100 towards it.
Oh, so it's just like the normal
Yeah,
person.
normal
Yeah.
people paid to put this into development, and now it's in development, they're gonna make it and then sell it, and then
Oh,
we'll be able to buy it regular for $100. All the games that are gonna be on the Ouya are gonna be free to play,
Free to play, like period.
free
What?
free to try games. Yeah,
Oh,
so you're
free to
gonna be
try.
able to
Oh,
try
free
every
to
single one of the
try.
games.
There are gonna be
Yeah,
like a
cash
few
apps.
that are free to play. I think since it's Android, there has to be some that's like free to play.
I'd like
I
to
think the
see it.
biggest thing with the Ouya is the new game stick that's on Kickstarter. You guys know about that? The
Yeah,
game
the
stick.
USB stick. That's a console.
It's almost the exact same thing, except it's a USB stick that plugs directly into your TV with a Bluetooth controller.
Oh yeah, I think I did see that.
Controller has a
Yeah.
port to hold it, so the whole console is portable. It
Uh
is the goal for them is 100,000, so they're most likely to hit their goal
I think
on
they.
Kickstarter,
Yeah.
and they're being released the same month as Ouya for $20 less.
Yep.
And
It's
And the
already
graphic
competition
doesn't even
already.
look that bad on it from what I'm looking at.
it is direct
Uh,
competition with Ouya.
mm.
it's like, yep.
Tron, how do you feel
So we
about it?
got two more consoles.
I don't really. I'm not gonna say I don't really have an opinion, but like when it comes to the hardware stuff, like I'm more of a person who like who's ready to rant and pass judgment and talk about like all the software. I haven't seen the only thing I've seen this thing do is just show like the Ouya sign, like on a TV with the guy holding the controller, and I didn't see
That doesn't
anything.
get your blood pumping?
Heck, no. I mean, come on, like I mean, like not. You know how I am when we had the Xbox debate. And like
Yes.
it took me forever to get on Xbox 360, and even now I have an Xbox 360, I still wasn't like convinced until I heard about the Kinect, and I was like, okay, this is something different. But then I thought about the Wii, and I was like, okay, the Wii didn't do that well. And then when you actually had the Kinect and we played at the dorm, and I actually got hands-on experience, I was just like, yeah, I am 100% sold. Now I need to have like some kind of experience with the device. Like it doesn't even have to be hands-on, but like even watching something on YouTube, like even with the Wii U, it was cool. Well, they announced Monster Hunter, so like I was sold because I had past experiences with Monster Hunter. But when I actually got to play the Wii U, it was like, oh, this is okay, but I wouldn't really get it. Now going back to Ouya, I don't know. I feel like not to sound a little biased, but like everything that I have on PlayStation, I don't really need anything more. It's kind of like how they announce, like how tablets and pads are. Like I don't really need them. Kindle Fires and Nooks, all that gadgetry and tech. I don't really need all that. There's nothing really. I don't know. I'm not really happy for it. I don't really feel a way for it. I actually feel it's in the tank. I don't know.
Some of the videos that you posted in the chat, Alex, it has like the same dashboard like Xbox has it,
Xbox.
how it's like the
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
scroller.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't know. The graphics look good from what I can see. I understand that they're still obviously still making it, and stuff like that. But some of the shooters that they showed and shit like that looks actually really like on par or subpar to the
Yeah,
other consoles.
just for a standalone, we're coming into the market type deal. It looks like it can hold its own, but
As the competition that it's up against is
yeah,
like
it's
way
really
too
steep.
high.
But at the same time, Microsoft took that gamble like and ran with it. Um, Demi, how do you feel about this whole Ouya situation? I mean, this is a topic that you were very interested in.
Uh, I mean, it is like a huge topic I'm interested in. I feel like this is a good time for like developers to show what they can make, and a huge time for indie developers to showcase what they can do. Everybody has to come out with a free demo for people to play. You might as well make it good if you want people to actually buy it. There's no more AAA title on this system. I mean, but so far people like I think Square Enix has gotten behind it and everything like that. I think that if developers take this seriously and try and make this something that anybody can play, anybody can put on their TV or anything like that, it's a good option to make a good game for once.
I,
Um, I
It seems.
I was gonna
What?
say I'm not really when it comes to demos and everything. Yeah, I'm on the demos, but it's I only know if it's a demo if I like pop on the Xbox Live Marketplace or the PlayStation Store. And even though the small games like the indie games, I'll look at it and I'm just like, oh, this might be okay. Depending on how it's advertised and the images they show, I'll download it. But then like if it's not really something I'm interested in, then I wouldn't download it. Like a lot of indie games I had to been introduced to. Like was it Ninjas or Vampires versus Dishwashers, something like that. That was like really really good.
The
Um,
dishwasher, you mean?
it's like is it the Dishwasher? I don't know.
no,
It's
Mm,
some
it's a
crazy.
dishwasher samurai, dog.
It's something like
yep.
some. And you do some crazy like Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
character stuff
that's
on there.
dishwasher samurai.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe Gray. He
Yeah,
advertised
you're
it too.
talking
I'm
about the
sorry.
black and white sloppy looking
Yeah,
game? Yeah, that's
and it's like mad
dishwashers.
violent. Yeah,
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 dishwasher
yeah.
zombie. I mean,
Okay,
oh my goodness, dishwasher
see,
samurai.
you messed up. Anyway, stuff like that, like stuff like I didn't know anything about Fez until I'm about to say Khalil. What is his name? Chad told me about it. I knew about Super Meat Boy, but anyway, the indie games I don't really know about. So, I mean, when Demi brought up how it'll be cool for the indie development, that would be something that's actually that would spark my interest because that's not
That's what
something.
like all of the indie games that I play. I only get them on Steam. The Steam Winter Sale. I
Yep,
literally bought.
that's
I
when
now
they
have a library of like 35 games because
them
I
two
can buy them
dollars,
for $5. Yeah.
fucking two
You should
dollar,
have like at
$5
least.
bundles. Once again, thank you, Diego, for the Christmas present off of Steam. Forgot
Yeah,
to
welcome.
I'm gonna put that out there. Diego got me a Christmas present. Um,
Yep. Yep.
and segueing off of what Teron and Demi were saying, indie games. A lot of people at home. I always get this question when everybody hears what my degree was. Oh, I graduated as game design. Oh, what's the name of your game? Where is it at? Where can I get it?
Oh my god, I hate that.
Yeah, and I mean, as a game developer, it sucks because instantly, not to say most consumers and everybody out there is naive to the subject and the degree, but they are. Once I graduate, if I don't tell you I have a job in a actual studio, I can't really say I have a game, and that goes for everybody.
Hmm.
Mm.
And this console looks like, I'm not gonna say it, but it looks like my Willy Wonka golden ticket to get some monies. But but
Get
no,
some monies.
You say that, but it's not gonna happen.
no, I know it's not gonna
It's
happen.
not. It's
No, it's not.
everybody
It's
thinks that
not
it's
that
gonna
easy.
be the indie console, but it's not gonna be the indie console.
It's not gonna be
Really?
indie
Once
console.
it becomes popular enough that people get indie
It.
companies get money off of this, AAA are gonna come in and outperform them.
But do you see?
Yeah,
Do
And
you
then
you're
see the
people fall
fact?
absolutely
Do you
apart.
see
right.
the fact that they're coming out with a console that gives indie developers hope to actually beat that AAA developer? That already right there gives them the empowerment to actually push for games.
This can reminds me of because all the indie games, like a lot of them seem well, the ones that I've seen, they seem to be like 2D and like the great art style and animations, but it's like it looks like kind of like the kitty cutesy looking type of animations and stuff like that. Like say like Limbo or Braid, like it's 2D, but it looks kind of like colorful and not something like a hardcore like Gears of War or Battlefield type of guy would mess with. It reminds me of the Super Nintendo, like how it used to be back in the day. It was like all colorful and like action packed and like you had to like
Simple and easy on the
that's what
eyes.
you had. Yeah, and it was
That's
just
only the indie games that you've seen.
Yeah,
'Cause,
like and you're right. That's what
yeah,
I've seen. I did say that. Yeah.
That's
So
because those ones are doing stuff that's different
yep.
in
they
that
seem to be
Don't
the one that's
space,
blowing up.
and so
The
they're
only thing I see having a problem with this Ouya thing is that it's when is it projected to come out? August 9th or something like that? Isn't
I
there
thought
going
it
to
was
be
gonna
an
be April.
or April?
Well,
yeah.
they said whoever
Is
backs
there?
it on Kickstarter gets it in
Fix it in
April.
it. Yeah, they get
Oh,
it in
okay.
April. Yep.
But
Good.
what I see having a problem with that is, isn't there going to be like an E3 in like February or something to that nature? So a lot of crazy titles are going to be released there, like they always do for every E3.
E3 is always in June.
E3 is supposed to. We're
It's in
supposed
like
to have our consoles
announced.
yeah,
Yeah.
introduced this year, but
Xbox has a countdown actually.
yeah. So I mean,
That
yeah, E3 is going to be pretty big this year, especially for consoles. So yeah, I mean, at the same time, it might get overshadowed, but the market has moved so far from hardcore consoles to more casual gaming that this thing might have a chance.
The biggest
true, but
thing
that's
for the
like I said, you
have
always have to keep that in perspective as
Yeah.
well, because if something like this that no one's ever heard of it, like this is the first time I've heard of this. Granted, I'm not ridiculously into new consoles and stuff. I'm kind of not more mainstream, but I usually catch wind of this stuff, and I didn't hear a word about it. So if I didn't hear a word, I can only imagine how many people have. You know what I mean? So
on that
Mm.
point, does anybody know if this is going to be sold in retail stores, or is this just like an Amazon, eBay type thing?
Hit that
I don't
helicopter
know
out the
yet.
sky.
I think it would be because that.
Like that.
Did you
That
guys
looks
even
Sexy.
notice that Neo Geo system launched? Did
Nope.
anybody notice that?
Not even a
Nope.
little
Neo
bit.
Geo? Yeah, I heard
There's a
about it.
Neo Geo system launch with the Neo Geo Pocket and everything. That thing that was like discontinued years back, the portable device. I think that's all in the box. I sold one at GameStop and I was just like the entire transaction. I was like my mouth was like open like oh my god, I can't
Ain't
believe
about that SNK life though.
I can't believe I'm selling this to somebody. And the guy was like one dude was like
Pow!
extremely
Hit
hype
that
about it.
helicopter out the sky again.
So I mean, if the Neo Geo is being sold in the stores, I don't see why the Ouya wouldn't be sold in
Well,
stores.
Well, they're not going to be selling any games in stores.
Oh, everything is
So why
Oh
digital.
would
no, yeah,
well,
yeah,
Everything is
yeah.
digital. They wouldn't put that thing on. You will buy that on your Google Store through Google
your
Chrome,
Discovery store.
and then you will hit Google Play, and you would have all your games. There's nothing in store.
But
Google.
we sold. I mean, they sell tablets, and then you can't buy that. You can't buy the games for that.
But
There, it's just you have to download everything.
well,
So.
if GameStop hasn't announced they're working with Google for the Ouya, it ain't happening.
Well,
And
we don't really get any news from fucking corporate until like the
oh,
week before it
whoa
happens.
now, jobs all messed up.
Oh well, listen.
I don't want anybody to lose
uh,
their
yeah,
job for a stream, so you
if
know.
they're not selling this stuff in like Best Buy and Toys R Us and Walmart, then they're going to have a smaller market for a smaller market device. Like they already have a smaller market, which is indie players.
man, look, GameStop
Hipster.
is desperate. They will find a way.
I'm gonna have glasses with no
Like,
lenses,
like I wouldn't
high
be
water
surprised if they were
pants,
selling
All right,
tissue,
hipster Alex,
and
tissue
relax.
paper
and an
and
Ouya right in my living
it's like,
room. No
it's
furniture.
like,
No furniture. Cause hipsters don't have furniture. We don't sit.
Alex, what are you talking about?
Talking
What are you
about
talking
Damn.
the Ouya is gonna be a hipster movement, yo. You
The
gotta
hipster movement.
you gotta
Oh
swap your
my.
whole lifestyle for this system. Your living room has to be like mahogany brown
It's gonna be
and
like the
white.
iTV or whatever.
Yeah,
Apple
man.
TV.
You can't even have a speckle of dust in your house for this system.
Yeah,
Jesus.
man.
You know what's funny? Like, there's already a second like the game stick thing, and all we've been talking about is just the Ouya and not the game stick.
Talk about the game stick next week. All right.
We will. Definitely.
Yeah, the
We'll
first
push it back.
article about the game stick was just like today, right?
Yep.
First
Like,
I've seen about it.
yes, like there's another article. I forgot what I didn't even read it yet.
Stick.
I think I have another.
All right. Going into our going into our next topic because we are like crap on time, and I do apologize everybody for that. Um. Oh my gosh, yo, are we at 9:50 right now? My gosh. All right, we're gonna.
Overtime. It's all right.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're gonna probably go over time. All right, so we're going to our next topic. MMOs.
Yes.
Their whole, MMOs too free to play.
Get that
Um,
Naga.
Oh, Teron's fanboying about the Naga
yeah,
now.
Fanboying about the Naga,
he's
baby.
about to put his hand on
crazy
some
combos
technology
on
that he probably won't even understand for like the first 2 months.
crazy
But
combos on Dragon's Nest.
Okay,
Well,
After I
MMOs.
told him to get it and like
I'll
Yeah,
give
even
it.
so
put
so
a
I heard
dragonfly stop.
MMORPGs too free to play. A lot of MMOs now have changed their whole selling plan, their whole money changed mostly to free to back at Star Wars. I mean Guild Wars 2 has already been doing it. A lot of games now are coming out. Big titles, MMOs are either switching their style to free to play with microtransactions, or just coming out blatantly free to play. Um, how does everybody feel about that? I mean, I know,
Love those 3 words.
but free to play also uh like limits your play. So don't get it twisted. Like it limits on certain situations. I mean,
Let's
in
talk
certain
about that.
games.
Let's talk about that. How for the people who might not know, how would that limit? How would it be limited?
Okay,
How would they
so
be limited? I'm sorry.
certain items, certain loot, certain lore from certain dungeons will not be unlocked for you unless you are a subscribed member. So it'll be like a membership service where you can get more, but it doesn't really doesn't restrict your gameplay. You can still play the game, love it, play all these different dungeons, get through the game, do the same thing everybody else doing, but that in-game stuff will probably scratch your neck. You'll be scratching your neck at it because you cannot unlock it.
Oh yeah.
But
So
to me,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that when most people play MMOs, they want to be like Ash Ketchum, and it gets pretty bad.
Me.
I didn't want to say any names, but like, how did
All right.
so? I mean, all of us played our share of MMOs. Hopefully, I
Mhm.
mean, World of
Except maybe
Warcraft.
Chad.
Yeah, maybe Chad. World of
I've
Warcraft.
uh,
World of Warcraft has been successful. We know it's been successful. Successful. We know it does what it does. But everybody that's trying to come out, every big MMO that's been, prophesized, have swapped to free to play.
yeah.
Sorry, I just got a message. What was that last part?
How they
Nothing.
switched how MMOs switched from you had to pay monthly or for how many times or whatever to free to play, is what he said.
So I
I,
mean, literally you can buy your way to the best, or you can play the game and still be limited.
I mean, I play the Star Wars MMO. I bought it, and then for that short period of time, it was you had to pay to play or whatever. It was like something. It wasn't like bank breaking or whatever, but it wasn't ridiculous. It's a good game. I liked it, and even if it didn't go free, I would still be paying for it because it's just I like Star Wars and it's a good game. Um, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me, but there are some aspects where if you do pay for certain things, you do get like more time to do like queues and stuff like that. You're
It's like
not
that for
limited.
it's like that for DC Universe Online. That's like a prime example.
And
So
I don't know, it kind of hinders your gaming experience. Like you could only, let's say, do a dungeon 2 times a week versus if you are a subscriber, you can do it 10 times a week.
now is that just an example, or is there a game that's actually doing that? Because I know
I'm trying to
they
think.
limit your items and how many items you hold, but
In Star Wars, they limit your items, they limit how much you could carry in your
Player, so,
storage,
and yeah,
your and then like queues and stuff. It's like weird.
queues.
yeah. How
Like
long you wait?
Oh,
for
You
okay,
don't
queues.
you
okay,
don't
okay.
have you don't
I
have
was confused.
priority in a queue.
Yep. I don't know, that kind of bothers me, but if you like the game that much, like I do, I know if I'm gonna queue up for something, I just literally Alt Tab and go to something else, and then my icon, since I have Windows 7, will just like glow gold if the screen changed or something to that nature.
Mm.
So it's not game breaking for me. The storage could be a little ridiculous.
No, it's
How it's
stupid.
like,
You can't hold anything.
yeah, but I
Well,
don't
I
know.
mean, all right. Well, the way I feel about that, the free to play, and then they limit you. I'm all for that. That's perfectly fine because everyone likes demos. That's basically essentially what it kind of is. I mean, you don't get the full package until you start,
You
paying up
pay for it.
the dough. So, I think that's fine. Like you can't really argue. Now, there's some ways. Well, I'm not gonna go on that. There's ways around it, but I'm not gonna go on that. That's nothing illegal. But
Mhm.
auction house, blah blah blah. But like say, where was I going with this? Dragon's Nest. Like it
Doing
depends.
that dragon's nest, man.
Wait, because it's the only example I
I've been
have, man.
hearing
Give
it
me
over and over
chill,
again.
chill, chill, chill. I'm not
That
advertising.
dragon nest.
I secretly work for Nexon. Anyway, no, I like it
All right,
just
Maple
depends on if I
Story.
really like it. Like if it's my kind of thing, if it's what I'm looking for in a game, then yeah, I wouldn't mind, like shelling out the cash, or if all my friends are playing it. Now, if it's a game that I'm not really like I don't really like say it's like World of Warcraft, or I don't know how I want to say Starhawk, Star Wars worked, but like if it's like the thing where your armor has like chance to dodge or chance to block or chance to ignore damage, and then it's like you don't have any direct you know what's the word I'm looking for? Like impact on what happens. There's not like say there's not a physical dodge button. Your character just has a chance to dodge. I don't like that. I want it to be more action based. So games that are more action based. You guys know what I'm talking about if you play them. Those are the type of games that I would like put forth my money to. So I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have the hands-on experience to play and be limited. So I mean, like who who are you to argue that, oh well, my pockets are like halfway full or halfway empty because I didn't shell out dough, so now I'm gonna cry and whine about it. That's
Well, I think
retarded.
like a way that that works, like how you can be free to play, but they can still make their money. Like I don't know if you've played Vindictus. It's another like Nexon game,
Oh,
but
The cash shop. Are you
Vindictus.
talking about cash shops?
no, that's what like it's not like you have to pay to be amazing. Like you can play all
Uh-uh.
of the quests in it and stuff like that. That what gets me is like they start you off with like you have under armor and it looks terrible with your actual armor. So like I went and I spent real money to get better under armor. It affects nothing in battle or anything like that, but it's like a cosmetic thing and a, like an aesthetic thing.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you
that's
can
like a
buy
cash
like
shop. That's like essentially what a cash shop is, right,
well,
Alex?
yeah, and then you can just buy stupid stuff like that, and then
Hmm.
like the secret world. It's not free to play or anything, but
But
EA
yep.
is great at getting money from me, so
Yeah.
they also did the same thing. You can buy different
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
stuff
but
like that.
even on a like how you said that was like more of a lower level thing with the Under Armour, and then there's like something you said a cosmetic thing. Even at end game, if people work their asses off for something they wanted like an armor set, and they think the armor set is hideous, but the stats are amazing, they can still buy like clothing, like holiday sets for like you look like Santa Claus or you look like an elf or whoever who you don't know who's into that type of stuff. Chad would buy it. So
Exactly. I
That's
feel like
so
that works.
you play
throw throw him under the bus. Cause
Chad
Chad, I mean,
virtual.
before we go any further, Chad, you do have that elf suit in your closet, though.
I had no damn elf suit in my
Well,
closet.
wait, real quick. So, like, you even stuff like having like a demon's black aura around you, or some lightning powers like Dragon Ball Z, and they get really powerful. They have lightning on them, like that lightning effect. People will pay for stuff like that. They like stuff like that. So, I mean, it'd work all over. I don't know, but
On a note, Chad does not pay for virtual clothing,
it was
thankfully.
it was a joke, man.
You
I'll
don't
pay
wait. You
I'll
don't pay
mean,
for
pay
I
virtual
would
I'll
do it
pay
clothing.
if the
gold.
character
Wait,
looked like
wait. I'm pretty
ridiculously
sure your
ugly.
Ryu on Street Fighter has the tattered clothes. That
No,
means you bought.
listen,
That
listen.
means
I
oh
bought two costume packs on Street Fighter,
oh
and I wish I could get my money back because
wait.
that's
Chad
such.
does not buy virtual clothing.
I do. The only game I had ever paid for costumes, and I wish I could get my money back from that because it's so retarded. That to me, that is a waste of money.
You
I
bet.
this free to play thing, they better charge me at the door because if I get into the game and so what about that extra stuff, they will not get my money. If I play Dragon's Nest, I'm not playing. I'm not paying money for the extra stuff.
I I
I'll
got into
do
a
the bare
whole
minimum.
conversation, Chatty. Yo, I agree with you. I got into a whole conversation. Well, it is a conversation, but then when it's Devon, it's an argument. So I got into a whole argument with Devon about like, dude, I am not paying karma coins with real money to get stuff that I can get in the auction house. I will be
No,
a Chinese gold farmer until I get what I want.
That's what
I,
went wrong with Diablo 3. As soon as they introduced the money auction house, I was like, I'm done. This is stupid.
yo,
Yeah, but
people.
see, that also brought a lot of money to Blizzard because they knew once it's like a Xbox game or any other game, you pay for it once and that's it. They make money off your transactions as well.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
That's why they do it.
inform
That's why
now.
everybody thinks that they're making a ton of money, yet if you want to cash out, you're giving like half of it to Blizzard.
They take
Inform
like
now. Have experience
30%.
on that, right?
Hmm.
Take most of your money. Oh, they take a reasonable chunk of that shit.
And if you
Yeah.
don't have a PayPal, they cap you at like I think it's like 250. because I used to sell shit off the Diablo auction house,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
most I didn't have my PayPal onto it, and then I got capped at 250 because I sold what I sold for exactly 250. I got robbed.
Yep. So yeah, so I mean,
Man.
and as bad as it sounds, this free to play thing, it's not going away. I can only say the only successful MMO that's actually kept its standards, well, two, are the Final Fantasy series and the World of Warcraft um series. I don't know how they do it, but people love to pay them.
Wait, Final
Well,
Fantasy is
Terra
the
is
most free to
still
play?
you pay for Terra, and I
but
still think that's an
That's why I
excellent
have
game.
not. That's why I have
Terra
not
was
played
also
it.
shaky on that issue too. There was like, oh no. So okay, yeah. So Terra is still successful. Um, has
I would
uh,
love if they went free to play because I'm tired of giving them $15 a month, so I
If
stopped.
they went, Demi, if they went free to play, you will finally see Tehran on that game. Finally. But
okay.
until then, it's all about Dragon's Nest, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep
Final
saying
Fantasy
it.
14,
Oh,
shut up.
That's pay to play too, man.
that's
See,
pay
look
to
at you
play,
with
you retard.
your ignorant MMO stuff. But see, this is why
Oh
You
No,
well.
might
Tehran.
as well just go play Maple Story with that
I'm
attitude.
picking it up again.
Oh man, he doesn't even know what Maple Story
but
is.
then
I
Chill, you about it. I know you are level 200.
How
Stop.
you know it didn't level cap? Oh man,
Cause I used to play. I ain't gonna lie.
Kev is that super hardcore sit at the desk nerd.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
All
I'm a
right,
chair softer, bruh.
all right.
Hell yeah.
That's another topic for another series. All right, going into our last topic for today, since time is a constraint. Um, did I even post it for the viewers?
No, you just kept viewer topics.
Yeah, sorry. PS4. There's rumors. I'll link it to the viewers. Kotaku also posted this that their PS4 might put GameStop out of business.
yes.
I doubt it.
They're restricting used games for the PlayStation 4. We can all see EA started this kind of trend where you put in the code, you take it back to GameStop, then when you want to get the used game, you bring it back and you realize you don't have the online code. Yeah.
GameStop is going to turn into
Uh,
like another Best Buy. They're just going to sell a bunch of like just tech stuff, and they just
that was
refuse.
Well,
Best Buy is
Refuse to
already
just
doing
stop.
bad right now. Anyway,
Who?
I said Best Buy sales are horrible right now, so I doubt we'll see that happen.
before I mean we won't let's stay to the topic. How do you guys feel about PS4 and this new model that they're going to be doing? I mean, I don't want to say it's a direct stab at GameStop and the used game sellers, but this is this is like the most direct stab at used game sellers I've ever seen. Um,
Well,
Well, if this happens, I think PlayStation 4 will lose a lot of its market share because for me, if PlayStation does that, that's not coming home. If Xbox allows for used games, that's what I'm gonna get. That feature that they're adding is gonna drive a lot of users from not buying the PlayStation 4. That is a complete turnoff. And number one, that is no. Too
wait,
big.
on the other side though, that PlayStation Plus is like a baby Steam. There's a lot of free things on there and a lot of things on crazy discount.
No,
So
you can't even compare
Yeah,
that
but
to
that
Steam. If
that
they start having a sales like, then maybe. But that's the
no,
only
no, no,
reason
no,
why
no,
I
no.
get to play most of my games on PC.
Hold
Ron,
on.
that's certain games though.
Yeah,
We're talking
I know.
about PS4's whole library
Yeah, yeah,
right now,
I give
not
you, Chad.
just
It's on
the
a minuscule scale, but I'm saying like, Demi, are you talking about comparing as far as like how cheap you can get something, or you just are you comparing the idea of what they're doing? Because the
I'm saying if
idea,
they completely cut out every like you can't play a used game on there, then they better be like an exact replication of Steam. I play Steam because everything's so cheap on there. I can try like I can play all of those
oh,
games for
I was talking about the
250.
idea. I was just talking about the idea. I wasn't talking about prices. You can't compare with prices, no. But the idea is like the only thing I can find that I can familiarize it with was like Steam deals. One game is like what $2 on Steam. It's possibly free.
Dude, for
It's
Christmas, Steam was going off, man. There was
Steam is
like
always going off.
they had a bundle that was like in total, if you added all the games together, it was like 198 bucks. The whole package they sold it for, it was like $68. I was like, are you serious? They took a whole $100 off.
yeah,
That's
2K put out their big bundle. Who else did a big bundle? Couple people did really.
Valve.
Yeah, Valve, they did their bundle. So yeah,
You know,
you'll
the cheapest bundle was the what's it called? THQ for like 25 bucks.
though. I mean, comparing it to Steam, I don't think it'll ever come close. But I feel everybody that's trying to get into the digital content market is trying to follow Steam's model.
But I feel like Steam will out Trump them all day
Day
long
long,
just
yeah.
because they've been here for so long. Like I don't even remember when Steam started, but it's been a while.
I
And
don't
Y'all
think
be
so.
surprised about. You guys will be surprised at how many people don't have computers still.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
why would I spend like what for the new PS4 at least $400 when I can get a PC?
Have you
That's like
seen the people in Philly? I know it's just one city, but like, there's a lot of people who just don't know. They just don't know. Why do you think these corporations get so huge? A lot of people like Geek Squad, like
Call
well,
of
that's
Duty.
on a smaller scale. Call of Duty, they don't know anything better. They don't know anything.
because people just expect to just be like, okay, I want to play and go.
Yeah.
Like for Arma, when I first started getting into my computer, when I first built it, and I spent I don't know maybe 1,200 on my computer, but my computer could run anything out right now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, I was like. I was like, okay, I want to get Arma because I always see everyone playing Daisy and stuff, but I didn't know that it was a mod at first. I thought it was just with the game, so I just bought the game and then I played it and I was like, wow, the to load up the maps take forever. And then, but it was like, I was just like, damn, this could be so much better if it was faster and quick instant. But then I was like, wow, I'm going back to the Call of Duty mindset where it's like matchmaking, public match, deathmatch, go, and I'm already in the game. And I don't know, I kind of like it now that I've played all these games and I've seen, okay, slow is better because now graphics come into play and how the game and you absorb more of the content versus Call of Duty. 1 year goes by, next Call of Duty. 1 year goes by, Call of Duty next. Like, I don't know. That's just me.
That's how we all feel.
No, it's not. Ma-
No, everybody in this town.
Oh, I mean, uh, this web show is just about talking about the sheep. We can consider ourselves sheep herders, so say, because we know what we're looking for. We know about the industry to an extent, and we know how the
How it
industry
works.
does what it does. But like when we do this web show, I want it to be telling everybody, informing, because I know a lot of people out there who will go and buy Call of Duty, just like Kevin said, year after year, look back at their wallet and say, "Damn, I don't even like this game like that."
I don't even like this Xbox like that. Thanks,
You
guys.
know what the worst part about it is?
You talk bad about
From
the Xbox
Black
again,
Ops
dog. I know
1,
where you live, dog.
yeah, we be fighting.
Needs to be broken.
Go ahead.
Black
Go ahead.
Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, the worst part about it is there was no change in like graphics or anything. At least from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, there was a change. Granted, it wasn't a good change, but it was a change. And that's something that yes, it's good for Call of Duty, but it's also bad just for the fact that it's people are looking back at it like, wow, Modern Warfare 2 is a complete garbage because they still haven't fixed the problems, and they probably never will, just for the fact that they're just gonna keep getting money off of you from giving out map packs and all this dumb crap. But
That elite though.
yeah, Elite, you spend $60 for a year and you get all the maps. That's gonna bring in so much money versus Steam where it's updates and uh, I don't know.
It's $50 for the whole year. You're only saving $10.
Oh, $10 whole dollars.
Yep, people don't know that though. They're like, oh yeah, man. Oh man, dog.
What a deal!
I'm getting on that, dog. No, 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 no. Yo, it's like straight hood where I sell games. Yo,
Straight
yo, let me get
hood.
that. Let me
Oh,
get that Black Duty too, and let me get the season pass. That what's that shit? What that do again? Oh, he don't even know what it is, but he wants it. Okay, and then
I
and
have
then I
to
tell him,
sell it to him.
yeah, man, and then he takes out a knot from his little activities on the corner, and then
shut up.
let me
You
just
used
get
to
it.
do that too. Shut up.
You trying to
Yeah, all
lose?
right.
You trying to lose
Yeah.
your job, brother? You
Yeah,
better.
you trying to.
Yo, man, it's a retail job, man. Who takes that seriously with a degree?
I do
Uh,
if I want to keep my job.
true that. No, I can agree. True that.
Nah,
Like, nah, I don't really want this job
I feel as though I'm worth
yet.
more than that.
You trying to get sued, but I ain't about that life.
Oh.
You're not gonna sue me. Yeah, all right.
I ain't
I'm
about
not even
that.
about that life. Trying to get
You,
sued.
you, You need to cut that out of your vocab or something like that. Ain't about that life.
Ain't about that life,
Yeah,
Gerard.
chill. You ain't about that GameStop life, though.
I'm not about it. That's why I want to get out of it as soon as I find a better in between.
A better in between. Oh, I'm done, dude.
All right.
Don't take
Well,
that the
Next
wrong way.
topic. Oh wait, no, we're done, right? No.
No,
yeah.
no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not.
We barely even talked about it.
No, we didn't
No,
even
no, no. But
talk about
seriously, like
PlayStation
the
4.
We're going on
PS4,
a tangent right now.
the PS4 restriction of
Going
like uses of
tangent.
games, like that's another risk, and I don't know. I guess Sony just has this like infinite well of money that they can just take risks like this, but um, somebody in Sony must be super confident that this is gonna like destroy GameStop. But
It's gonna kill him.
me for one, like I'm just gonna have to cut down my like I don't know for all you guys who've seen my library of games, the way I got that library, I just can't do that no more. But if when it comes down to it, when we all get super excited about a game, when we're all getting it, nobody's gonna want to borrow these games. They're gonna want to get it the day it comes out, like Battlefield or
When it goes on sale.
GTA or
But again, those are the AAA titles. What about the
yeah.
smaller games that are gonna get swept under the rug?
You
But
know what?
what
You
if
know what
like
corporate?
the
You know
game
what
gets?
corporate's gonna say? What about them? That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, that's
it's
not how I
also
feel. I'm just saying that's how it's gonna be.
that is true. What corporate will say is like, oh, screw them. But it also comes down to they're gonna catch a lot of flack. Like, let's say they come out with a triple title. Let's say hypothetically GTA 5 is complete garbage, and it comes out for the PS4 hypothetically, and you can't return them. So everyone buys it all hyped up because GTA 4 was good. They get this one complete blows. They want to return it, they can't. So much shit is gonna backfire for that because some games that come out are absolute trash,
Hmm.
and they're gonna corporate's just gonna be like, well,
Doesn't
you
use
paid
it.
your $65. That's on you. You should have researched your game. I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be a huge negative for them.
No,
But
I feel so as well. Even you guys know how I am with PlayStation. I feel as though it is.
I think a lot of gamers think that this is going to be a negative, but it won't be. Because as of right now, they only patented the technology. They haven't said anything about it being on disk or what it's going to do. They've only said that they're going to be allowing locks on the disk that connect it to the player ID. So they might be able to put multiple locks on and have this only play on maybe 2, 3 consoles. And they've also had backing with their, if you guys remember the download stuff that they have on their PlayStation Plus, they used to allow people to
Yeah.
download it on multiple systems,
they have that for Xbox now.
but then they found
Transfer
out
licensing.
by looking at how many times people downloaded it that people only downloaded it once or twice. And when they brought the cap from how many times you could download it from 4 to 2, people got really upset, and then people forgot about it because it didn't affect anyone. So I feel like people think this will affect them, but it won't.
So you're saying they might have like the disc or whatever will have like a certain amount of usages before you reuse it anymore. Is that what you're saying, Trevor?
Yeah, like how
All
many
right.
how many
So
people think about the game that you have lent to the most people? How many people is that?
Okay,
Maybe
that's
2, 3?
one other person.
Yeah.
14
So like
people.
if they put
14.
on the disc
Yeah.
with like 2 or 3 locks on it, and after like
Straight
the third console
communist.
that it plays, it locks,
Yeah, it locks the content. Yeah.
then it's not going to affect anyone except for
no, that's
GameStop.
not true,
Except
Trevor.
for GameStop, and then GameStop won't. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. Like say for instance, Chad wanted to borrow Little Big Planet 2, right? I let him borrow Little Big Planet 2. It works and everything is fine. But GameStop knowing that there's gonna be a usage restriction, they're gonna be like, oh well, we don't take these type of games, but you can still share it amongst your friends. So it's gonna be kind of like I get what you're saying, Trevor.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it like that.
If
Okay.
they, I feel like if they add like what I forget what game had it, but in the game that you played, like it was an MMO, but if you bought something on the MMO, you had a certain amount of time to refund it to not get all your money back, but you would get the majority of it back. You know what I mean? To buy something else. If they did that, I feel like it would work, but only within like the PlayStation Store. You know what I mean? So let's say if you get something like Metal Gear Solid 4, like a throwback game on the PS4 and it's like $9. You pay for the $9, and then you realize, it's not that good. And a week later, you want to get another game, and you put up that $9, you'll get 7 back for that refund. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
instead of the full 9. I feel like it would work like that better than granted GameStop.
Mm,
I don't know. I that's
Only if
just
you're a
me.
PlayStation Plus user, they'll probably say something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know if
yeah.
that's possible.
I can't wait to see when this thing comes out so we can actually have
Hands on.
everything will turn from hypotheticals to actuals.
This is what I'm talking about, Alex. This is why I couldn't talk about the Ouya, man. I wanted to go in, but I just couldn't because I had no research. I had no
No
You
one has
have no
none.
It
grounds.
might do, and they
somewhere.
might do it like the Vita, where like
Man, I
they
love
had
that
the game
system.
cards and they whatchamacallit, they
I hate
limit the
Vita.
amount of uses and you have to reset the card if you bought
Oh
it
man,
used.
that's so gay. I can't stand that.
I mean, it's better
Game
than
share,
nothing.
man.
You
You
can still
can't do
buy
that.
used, but
All right, explain this. How do you reset this card? What what is this?
Well,
Yeah, I don't
no,
have a
like
Vita, but
on the
Go
Vita,
ahead,
you
Diego.
can't really when you buy a used game card, it will tell you, oh, we can't install like trophies and stuff, and you got limited functionality. You can still play the game, but like you won't get the full features. And the only way to do is you have to press on the icon, go to the settings, and then delete everything that the previous user did. So it'll be like a brand new card again.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
So
that.
yeah,
I feel
oh,
it
so
always
you're just
asks.
cleaning the data off the game.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So
off of the card.
I thought it was gonna go like never mind. All right.
No, but
yeah.
listen though,
Well,
if
the only
you
thing is you can't borrow it because then like
Yeah,
the other
the
would
other
have it.
person will keep deleting your stuffs.
Yeah.
yeah, no, but the thing is, there's another thing where if you put in another like say I have in my memory card, and then Alex has a Vita, and I want to like use his memory card or something like that. It, like each memory card is like account bound, and you have to reformat it before you do anything on the system. So I can't. They did that because of the game sharing that was happening on the PS3. They limited that for the Vita, and I've tried it because I'm not afraid to say it because I don't feel like as though I'm doing anything wrong. I wanted to play Gravity Rush. This is before the demo came out.
Hmm.
I got Gravity Rush from my friend, and it said you had to log into his account before you play this content. That means I had to take out my memory card, reformat or erase everything off my Vita, turn on the Vita as if it was factory, like like factory settings
Reset.
basically. Yeah, and then I had to use his account, jump on his dashboard or whatever it is, then play Gravity Rush. So I had it. You can share, but you have to be under the person's account to play it. Meaning, if you like to get achievements and trophies and all that jazz, like I do, well, you can't until you buy it. That's how the Vita works.
I robbed so many people through Xbox and Microsoft.
See, I don't want to say that kind of information on the. You don't know who's watching.
No, not like that. Like Microsoft in general, like with the arcade games, how you can buy them, but before you weren't allowed. Like they didn't announce to the public, oh, you can, if you recover someone's account, you can get that game too. So what I did with my cousin, because my cousin's like 12 and he gets a ridiculous amount of Microsoft points, and he gets all the games I want. I recovered his gamer tag for 5 minutes, went to his account history, download history, and I got all those games. And now I have like probably half the arcade library on my Xbox right now.
Damn.
Informer, you talking about me getting sued, man? You're about to get somebody.
It's on
Might,
there. You could do it 2 times a year.
Yep.
You could do it. I do it in the beginning and I do it at the end of the
you
year.
mean so you're game sharing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how PS3's been. We've been doing
Before they didn't announce that. Like it wasn't like
that. Oh,
there was a
okay.
certain way you had to do it, and then they
Okay.
released the
We
public how
play.
to
Yep.
do it.
Yep.
You see how cool it is,
And
right?
it's actually on their site. If you go to Xbox, it shows
License
you.
transferring.
Yep, it shows you how to do it.
Now this is a very dangerous thing. Like I think Sony. I'm gonna put you guys on the spot. Now you go. They put all this stuff on the store, like Far Cry 3 things, or you can pre-order things now, and then like at 12 o'clock you can play it, like PlayStation All Stars, anything. And one of my friends that I know, he downloads every single thing, and now I have his information, and it's not locked. So essentially, I don't have to buy anything because this kid buys everything. So like Sony knows that stuff is going on, and like I can't believe they haven't been like sued or like looked at by any developer that this happens.
I
So
sold my PS3 after what happened with the hacking.
Everybody,
I wasn't about
everybody.
getting robbed.
You know what's funny? The hacking happened right when the beta started for Gears of War 3. So
yep.
like, I was on Xbox every day.
Damn right.
It's
Getting
kind of weird.
destroyed.
That's right. You better wall bounce instead of playing them nasty ass
Man,
PS3 games.
I learned that game, man. I learned it and I loved it. And then things happened to Gears of War, another subject, And
You're still cheeks at Gears though.
I am pretty bad at Gears. I'm not gonna lie. Man, listen. But if you sleep on me, you we
You get
burn
wrecked.
sauce. Yeah, man. Listen, I've done it a couple times. Even with people looking at me with sawed off, I still destroyed them. So, in any case, that's another subject. I went back on PlayStation once the PlayStation Network is back on, and I played it again, and everything was fine. And they offered a lot of free things after that
Oh
because,
yes, they did.
and even at the next E3, they were like, "Yeah, we know we messed up. We're sorry. You know, we're not even gonna lie and say like, oh well, this and this happened. Like that was our fault, 100% our fault, our bad. Here's a bunch of free games for you guys. Here's a bunch of here. Everyone gets PlayStation Plus for free for what, a month or two, and you get all those free games. It was
Or
like five,
Get
five,
all
five
that
to ten
free
free games or something.
stuff.
I don't know. It was a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Ron, that's how I got Dead Nation.
They gave back. They gave back to the community, and a lot of people respected them for that in the gaming industry, in the community. A lot of they talked to a lot of developers, and they were saying like, they were very mature about it. They owned up to their fault, and they actually recovered off of it, and we respect them for that.
I know
So
3 people that got their like robbed basically. Like their bank accounts were like empty dry because they had their
that,
accounts.
that sucks because it didn't happen to me.
I knew like 3 or 4 people that.
They probably looked at my bank account, was like, man, ain't nothing in here, man. Move on to the next person. They looked at one of your friends like, oh, yep.
Ooh. Ooh.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do live in a wealthy area. I live in Warren,
Go rob 'em.
Jersey, and yeah, go rob me. Go ahead. My judge will stop you at the door. Um, whatchamacallit. And it it's not their credit cards that are in that console, it's their parents. And their parents up here, dude,
Oh
are like
man,
lawyers, doctors, crazy shit like that. So you can only
yeah,
imagine how much they've gotten robbed for the hacking on PS3.
Say,
that's
yep.
crazy. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yep. True story.
Damn, that hurts.
All right, guys. We have definitely went over our time constraints, so I'm going to wrap it up. Viewers, if there's any topic that you guys would like us to talk about next week, Thursday, or you want to bring up now,
I have one right now.
All
Sorry, sorry.
right, we could
As
talk.
as of as of what, yesterday, I had one. There's a new game out, free to play. What's the beta? It's in the beta. It's called Warframe. I don't know if you guys heard of that,
uh-huh.
but I'm gonna have a link right here. And the game looks like a Mass Effect MMO. And I
Ooh,
know Demi
sure.
just heard me say that, and I know I got attention. I
Nah,
know
I
I have
heard.
attention, and I just linked it right there for you guys to see it. I've been itching for like 20 minutes to link that, and I didn't want to get distracted, but just skip forward, look at the graphics, look how smooth the gameplay is. A friend of mine, Devon, you guys all know him. Maybe, oh yeah, Inform, you know him too. Devon's been playing it, and he's been streaming it, and it looks fantastic. Looks great. So that's something I want to talk about next time. If any of us gets a chance to play it between now and then, um, yes, that's something I want to talk about.
Word, I can't
uh,
even get a beta key right
could
now.
you could you post that for? Okay, I'll post it for the
Post it. Oh
viewers.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I got it. I got it. No stress.
Yes, it is called, for everyone, War. It's called Warframe. It's in its beta test. We don't know how long it's going to be in beta for. Games are
Oops,
in beta
wrong
for like
one.
a year. But it looks awesome.
Samurai's running around.
Wait, do they
So,
give you a beta key? Wait, who plays this?
Devon Dreads.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dreads.
He was just playing. Him and friends are playing it. It looks great. You can get like gun upgrades. You can do like a bunch of ninja flips and all types of stuff. Um,
word ninja flips about it.
Ninja flips.
You sold me.
One
You
and a
sold
half.
me.
You
Am I
sold me at ninja
am I
flips.
ass naked while
Guy did
doing these ninja flips?
Ninja Gaiden mixed with Mass Effect.
Because if the cheeks are out and I'm doing flips,
The
you
cheeks are
you
out.
can't go wrong.
The goose is loose about it.
Shit. So yeah, no, give it a
If I
gander.
can go
Uh,
if I can go buck
Again.
wild with a buck wild out. All right, so thank you everybody for tuning in for this week. Definitely tune in for next week. We're going to talk about. I guess we're going to talk about this game because I'm probably going to play it between now and then, and probably 3 more topics, and I'll try to get everything running on time this time. Do apologize for that. You guys can close it out. If you guys got anything to say, get
Well,
starting with Diego.
I'm pretty much good right now. Got nothing to say.
Chad,
Same. We're all good.
Trevor.
See. All right, go ahead.
Trevor, you got anything to say?
No.
All right, Tehran.
Of course, what
Um,
I say.
yeah, man. Well, I already saw. I said part of it with the Warframe thing, and I am. I like I said before. I don't know if I said it last week. I've been kind of, like, I guess, slight of a little bit of a procrastination, but I have been sick. But yeah, I still wanna. I'm still gonna be setting up my stream very, very, very shortly, and I cannot wait to get this started because I'm ready to shed some knowledge on you guys who aren't aware of what's going on as far as gameplay itself in these games. I'm excited to stream. Basically, is what I want to say.
Tehran's trying to create a show where he just
Not
shows you
yo.
everything.
I just want y'all to see me playing. No, no, I'm
He,
joking.
he trying to do something, and he don't even know what he doing. So, so I can't wait. I can't wait to see him in this new environment,
This new like
this new his new lifestyle he ain't about.
this new
um.
lifestyle that I am about.
Oh, okay. We'll see. Demi, would you like to say anything?
No, just thanks for having me.
Problem.
Oh wait, real quick, kind of off topic, but I just saw Django Unchained. Everybody, you should go see that. It was amazing.
It's funny. That movie is funny and ignorant.
That
Um.
movie is yo. That movie was really good. No,
Yes,
seriously, it was
it
fantastic.
was really good, but the black community hates it for some odd reason.
The
They
black.
anytime something has some slavery in it, oh, we hate it. We just hate it.
Yeah, it's
Like so
pretty bad.
ridiculous.
It's a stereotype, but it
Yeah.
is. I mean, and then the fact that Spike Lee said it was bad, you already it's like everybody that's black power
Everyone
says
was
it's
saying like
bad.
Spike Lee has nothing else to do, and he hates on a lot of different things, and he just doesn't know what he's doing with
But
it.
if
So
you do have a chance, definitely Django is not a movie you'll regret seeing. It's actually really really funny.
yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Hey buddy, what you doing over there? You're dead. Okay. Um, Kevin, would you do you have anything to tell?
No, like thanks for having me. That's pretty much it. I hope I can come back on again.
Nah,
That'd be awesome.
this is a one time deal, bro. Don't take.
Oh, chill, chill. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, if it's a one-time deal, thank
No,
you for having me.
it's definitely not. I'm trying to get everybody that I know who can bring something to the table. But viewers, thank you for tuning in this week. Definitely if you leave a message or anything like that, I will respond. Video will be on YouTube probably in the next 2 days or so once I finish editing, getting all the
He ain't gonna edit it tonight.
yeah, not into tonight. Fuck no.
He ain't gonna edit it tonight.
Once I get all the the garbage out that you guys really don't care for out and yeah, thank you guys for watching. So have a great night.
Yo, how do I download?
Good night,